The energy for today is all about people pleasing and understanding what it is, identifying how it might apply to your life, and transforming the behavior. So in this card, there is a man who is standing next to a shadow version of himself, and he is chained up in a shadow version of himself, and he looks sad or regretful. And there's also like a thumbs up and a heart sign. So what people pleasing is a behavior pattern where a person may seek approval from others by doing things that they don't really want to do, and it's out of fear of rejection or conflict or a desire to be liked. So this behavior is usually a trauma response, and it can start in early childhood when someone is growing up and they experience some form of rejection from like their caregivers, like a parent. Their parent could have been absent. They could have been emotionally, physically, or mentally abusive. And the child learned that if they behaved in a certain way, like being good or trying to please the parent, then that kept them safe. So as you grow and start to get into relationships and you associate someone not being happy as something that can be dangerous to you, you could slip into these behavioral patterns of people pleasing. This could show up as not being able to say no, so agreeing to do something that you really don't want to do out of fear that the person is not going to like you, that you might lose your job, that the relationship is going to go through rough periods because somebody's going to be upset. You could also do things because you feel guilty or obligated. You could worry that if you set a boundary that your needs won't be met. You could be preoccupied with how other people view you or what their opinions of you are. And you could, really stress about this to the point where you feel like you won't fit in or be accepted if you don't meet other people's needs above yours. You could over apologize and say sorry for things that aren't your fault, like at work. For example, if someone presents you with a pile of papers and says, we have a project that we need to do and the deadline is tomorrow. They had who knows how much time to come and bring you something to work on, but their last minute presentation of all of this work is not your emergency. That's their problem. But you could feel in a people-pleasing behavior, you could feel responsible for someone else's failures and be apologizing or feeling guilty about not being able to meet that need to make them happy. It can also cause you to lose yourself because you're so attuned and extending your energy out to figure out what everyone else needs. You struggle to figure out like what it is exactly that you need, what your own hobbies are, what your boundaries are, what you want and desire. The way to overcome this learned behavior is to practice saying no. That's the first step. Say no. When you feel like you want to say yes to something, just say no and see what happens. You're not required to answer everything immediately, and a lot of people may use that tactic of putting you under pressure by calling you up on the phone and wanting you to have a phone conversation and then ask you to do something that is a big decision, make a big decision by phone instead of giving you time to think about it. Those scenarios is where you need to put up a boundary and say no. Give yourself time, because you're not obligated to do anything under pressure, especially if it's not an emergency. Your mind wants to associate a lot of things with an emergency because of fear. But really look at these scenarios and figure out, if I don't do this, am I going to die today? Am I going to die tomorrow? Is anybody going to die? If it's not a life or death situation, you can take time to think about it. when you refuse to do something, you don't need to over-explain why you're not going to do it. A simple no, or I'm not available for that, or I already have plans will suffice. And if they don't accept that, then you really need to look at, is this somebody that needs to continue to be in my life? Because this is your life. This is your show. You call the shots, you run the show, and this is figuring out if the people that are the cast in your life need to be recast, they need to be fired, they need to be walked and escorted out the door. This is where you start. Trimming out the toxic people and the behaviors that are holding you back. And then embrace not being liked by everyone. You don't have to be liked by everyone. And you might actually feel good about that, because there's some people who don't deserve your energy at all. And to not be liked by them is not going to lose you one bit of sleep. So recognize that it's impossible to make everyone 100% happy all of the time. And if you're not in a reciprocal relationship where somebody is working equally as hard to make you happy as you are working to make them happy, that's a relationship that you probably need to cut out of your life. Setting up a boundary may cause some temporary friction, but ultimately it's going to lead to your happiness, because anyone who expects you to only do for them without putting any energy, effort, and time into you and making the relationship work mutually is somebody who is benefiting off of you doing all the work. If this message resonates and you like my content, join the Trailblazers in the link provided in my bio, where you will be the first to be notified about exclusive offers and when I offer personal readings. Have a blessed day.